Hello class, this is Professor Tweed, and in this video we're going to look at sort of taking our 3D model, which we applied all these things, and we're going to render it. And there's still lots of other things we could do with our 3D layers and lightings and various aspects, but I think this is enough for at least this week to sort of go over. And you may already be impressed with how this materials are looking and the lighting's looking. Who knows what, it certainly has some qualities that are better than the original SketchUp model we brought in. But really we haven't even done the calculations to really make this look good, and to that we need to render it. And we're going to do that by just hitting a button and letting it go. And it can take some time. The higher the quality of the model, the longer it will take. And Photoshop isn't, although it has a really good rendering engine, I would say, in my opinion, I like it anyway, it can take a long time. And there's a couple ways you can change it. You can do some test prints by changing your preferences. I'm not going to do that, but one thing I note just by looking at my image, I had this sort of, if your image is pretty big, in this case it's like 55 inches by 35 inches, that's going to make it take longer. So the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to go to image, I'm going to go to adjust, I'm going to go to image size, and I'm going to take my image size down. And so I'm going to put mine at I'm going to figure out which, if I'm going to print this on 11 by 17, which one is making sure at least one in the size is 17 and the other size is bigger than what I want, so 17 by 11.3 in this case. Although I'm probably going to crop this, so I might even take this up a little bit. I might even think about cropping before I render, actually. Although I'm going to need the width of that. So I might just take it up to 20 just to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to say OK. And it's going to take some time to work through the image size here. But it's going to make it smaller. And the reason why I did this is going to make it render more quickly. So now that I sort of shrunk the image size down a little bit, I'm going to hit the render button. And you can find the render button here. You can also find it down here. There's also, if you switch over to layers, there's some places that you can render it there. But I'm just going to hit this render button here. And it's going to go, and you see this blue square sort of jump across the screen. That's not the finished rendering, that's the part it's working on, but it does it sort of in passes. So it goes over it and over it and over it again. It sort of thinks about shadows and lighting. I don't know the exact entire process, but this could take some time. As it starts moving through, you're going to see an estimate appear down here in this corner of how much time it might take. So here we go. Mine's already saying 38 minutes, which is a lot. I mean, it's going to be a lot, but I of course don't want you to wait 38 minutes in this video. So I'm going to go and pause the video, and I'll come back. Oh, it just jumped up a little bit. I might even shrink my image down a little bit for me, just because I'm trying to get these videos done for class time, and I might not wait that long. But you can go ahead and make those decisions yourself about the quality of the rendering you want to do. And I'll start this up again so we can look at that. Alright class, so my rendering finished here after a few minutes, and you can sort of see it in the background here. And I'm going to pause this video here. I am going to show one more video, of course finishing up, which there's still a lot of work to do to do all the basic Photoshop stuff, but I want to show you one other thing to do to sort of save this rendering, and we'll finish this thing up and there. Alright, hope yours looks good. If not, don't forget you can always go back, adjust all these settings, re-render it until you get it to the way you want.